Monument. Monument reads Nidman Rebetzen Elaine El Wolf, Rabbanus Elka Chai, great-grandmother, April 9, 1925, September 13, 2014, Teres Chai Elul Toshin Ayin Dalid, Kosi Revaya, Tamid Haisa Shkura B'Fiha. Honored to have with us here today Rabbi Dale Polikoff, currently serves as the rabbi of Great Neck Synagogue, and is here, I think, not only in his capacity of the rabbi of the Great Neck Synagogue.
We're here. Actually, don't consider myself here in any other capacity than a friend of the family. And for me, that's probably the greatest capacity in which I could be here. It's an honor to be able to be here and to remember Rebetzen. Medrash tells us in the name of Ben Azai that one of the things that we learn from Parshas Kiseitse is Aveira Goreh. So I would like to focus on the Mitzvah Goreris Mitzvah component. And I was always struck by the Lashon Mitzvah. I would think was the one who dragged me along, schlepped me along. No matter how you felt, when you saw her, when you spoke to her, it was enough to put you in the mood to be a good person. So I like to think that sometimes a good person, but something by which I will always remember her. But it was just that simcha of being able to be involved in life and mitzvahs. There was no other person in shul when we would wish a mazel tov on the birth of a great grandchild or a grandchild for that matter. She would sit in shul and she would look at me and she would go the double thumbs up sign. And I was always struck by the lashon mitzvah. I would think
it's necessary to erect a monument because perhaps the life and the legacy of someone will be forgotten. But the language of the pasuk suggests that the matzeva that Yaakov put up was only
is exactly 1 year since the passing of our beloved mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and a friend and mentor to many. In Israel, the custom of putting a matzeva is after 30 days. In the United States, where the pace of life is not as intense, the accepted custom is usually done by the first Yahrzeit. Thinking back over this past year, there's a lot to be learned and appreciated about, and let me address her here as great-grandma, because she loved the name and all that it encompassed. Shimon and I spent the first 11 months with a healthy tension of always finding and being on time for a minyan to say Kaddish, Li'ilu Nishmata. After the initial loss and shock, we began to appreciate even more the legacy that she and Daddy Zal left for us and our families and the extended family of the Great Neck Synagogue. She was an educator par excellence who loved teaching children. She and Daddy were parents that halavai we should be able to continue the tradition and legacy they gave us, and be able to successfully communicate it to the Dorei Dorot. They both were the quintessential role models for us, the family and the community. Great-grandma was the epitome of positive thinking. She would always greet the other person with her warm, embracing smile, and by doing so, uplifted the other person. Chodesh Elul, the month before Rosh Hashanah, is a month of introspection. We also say the Pirtel Tehillim in Perek Chaf Zayin, where the phrase is Avi v'imi azavuni, which took on a different perspective during the Shiva. It put us in a pensive and somber mood to realize the sense that we are now orphans. Ki avi v'imi azavuni. However, It's true that Mommy and Daddy are no longer physically here, but their legacy lives with us, their children, each and every day. They are now in the Olam Hamet, together, watching over us. They are very much alive. Thank God Shimon had the sense to call me, so Leah and I took the next plane out and we were able to be with Mommy that entire week in the hospital. Mommy knew that she was soon to leave her physical state and join her beloved husband of close to 60 years, a partnership and marriage that was to be admired. She was much more aware of that what was occurring than the doctors around her. She kept on thanking us for making the trip and in our usual style made us feel good, even under those trying circumstances. She was a pure soul who lived and loved life to its fullness. As someone said at the Shiva, she lived till she died. These last 10 years, she reaped enormous nachas from the stories people told her of the Chasadim grandpa the rabbi did for them. Many of these stories she never knew. She always used to tell us that during these years, not a single day goes by that someone doesn't stop her in the street and tell her the amazing things that grandpa had done. This gave her enormous inspiration and appreciation, and gave her the strength to follow his example by doing her chasadim in the Great Neck community, truly rejoicing and participating for those who made simchas and comforting those who needed it. She had an amazing sense of hakaras tov to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, thanking Hashem every day for the goodness He bestowed. She was so appreciative that she was zocha to be part of that Torah true legacy of Kol Banayach Limudei Hashem. She so enjoyed Eliyahu's telephone call every Friday on the Parshat HaShavua, the Dvar Torah, and to hear with Adina Ben Ayeter discussing the role of the Rebetzen in the community. She was able to express this hakaras tov, also saying Kosi Revaya, Hodu Hashem Ki Tov, and thank you Hashem, thank you Hashem. And every simcha come over to me and show me how they are wearing either an item of grandma's clothing or a piece of her jewelry so that they should feel that she is right there participating with us in the smachot. And Baruch Hashem, there were many this year. On the Israeli side, we are blessed with 3 grandchildren this year. All the names incorporated her spirit of life by integrating that joy of life and a positive thinking. We were blessed with Amichai Wolf, Shachar Chaim Fund, and Avichai Tzvi Wolf. On the American side, Shimon and Henny were blessed with a granddaughter on Chavchet Tammuz, who was named after her mother, Elka Chaya, the daughter of Yael and Daniel Alish Shmereni. We celebrated 2 bar mitzvot, Elazar Menachem Wolf in Yerushalayim and Yisrael Meir Wolf in Woodmere. There was also the beautiful celebration of our youngest daughter, Ayelet Hadas, to David Yosef Myers this year in Yerushalayim. Grandma so much wanted to be at these smachot, and the truth of the matter is, I'm sure she was there, basking up there with her beloved husband, taking in all the nachat. Their presence was certainly felt. Grandma always used to say, attitude and gratitude go together. She had a lot of hakaras tov, especially to the Great Neck community. And as I look back over the years, I appreciate even more so, much more the wonderful parents Shimon, Henny, Leah, and I had. Ashreinu. Ashreinu that we were zocha to have such outstanding, magnificent, and awesome role models. Shetihei nafshat tzura b'tzura chaim al kachaya bat b'Reb Chaim Yaakov with our beloved husband Ephraim Ruvain b'Reb Nachum Chaim. Amen.
Amen.